So here it is. It's been a week later since John, well, more than a week actually. It's been like a week and a half since John has been released from the hospital. And this is what our week has looked like. They gave him his very first shot. He's been taking pills up to this point. So they changed his medication and he has been taking a shot. They gave him his first shot the day before he was released from the hospital. And it's been interesting. So during the day, he's actually okay. Not 100%, but during the day, he's actually all right. He's able to do things. He's been getting back into art, which I haven't seen him do in years. But as soon as nighttime hits, it gets bad. So the first or second night after coming home from the hospital, during the nighttime, he started to not feel well and he just started screaming. He was screaming at his grandmother, who has been dead for 12 years. And I mean screaming loud, loud. How loud? This loud. My Apple Watch alerted me to this. I didn't even know my watch did this. So remember, the hospital kind of didn't really set him up for success the first and really not even the second time when he got discharged. So we weren't provided any anxiety medicine or any kind of anything for when this happens. So when he was screaming, I made sure the kids were okay because it was nighttime and I wanted to make sure they didn't get woken up. And when I saw that they were okay, I continued to tend to John. And I eventually gave him a sleeping medicine because that's all we really had. And it helped calm him down and eventually put him to sleep. After that incident, the delusions kind of shifted. And he has these fears of men in cloaks, cult type folks, I guess, coming to the house and hurting us, the whole family. So when he gets like that, he takes out every type of weapon he has, which is not really much, just sticks and bats, and he does have a bow and arrow. And he tries to keep them near. He tries to keep his shoes on, dressed, ready to go, weapons in hand for these men in cloaks to come to our front door and kick it down and kill his whole family. Of course, at that point, I take everything and hide them as best as I can. But, I did take everything and hide them before when he got released and he found them again. So I guess I need a gun safe. So keeping in mind, he has no intention to actually use these things unless these people come to our door. So it's not like I have fears that he's going to go out and, hurt someone with his bow and arrow or whack someone with a stick or anything. I just, to be extra safe so he doesn't hurt himself on accident or go out and start walking and decide to have his bow and arrow with him and then have someone approach him. It just could be a bad situation overall. So I really try and keep everything hidden, but he always finds it. So outside of that, he really is trying to live a normal and healthy and stress-free life. He's gone back to his art, which I haven't seen him do in quite a while. I met him as a tattoo artist. He was always drawing, always doing art, and he eventually just stopped. So it's been really great to see him actually doing art and being inspired. Of course, once nighttime comes, he stops doing art and starts getting back into psychosis mode. Something great that did come out of it, though, is our daughter loves to do art, our 7-year-old daughter. So when John is doing his painting, his drawing, she will go right along with him and start doing her own paintings and drawings and art. So it really is inspiring to the rest of the family. So it really has been good. So to back up a little bit, we didn't have any medication for John the first weekend that he was home. He was supposed to have anxiety medication and the doctor never sent it home with him. So he had nothing except for the sleeping medication. So when he would get like that, that's all I could do was say, okay, it's 10 o'clock, time to take your sleeping meds. And that worked for a couple of days. And as soon as Monday came, I went right back down to the hospital and I said, look, he needs medicine. He needs help. This isn't working. So while we're waiting for his new medication to work, we need something to make him more comfortable. So last Thursday, he got his second shot. So we are hoping that after the second shot, things start getting better at night And in the meantime, he's taking his anxiety medication, which does kind of put him to sleep a little bit, but it's much better than the latter. So when this all began in the middle of December, I had to take a leave of absence from work. And yesterday was my very first day back. So I'm very lucky. My manager, my boss, president of the company, they're all super supportive. This has been going on with John for years. And I've worked at this company for 10 years. So they understand when this happens that I need to support my family, and they give me the time to do so. So I take a leave of absence, usually not more than a couple weeks. This time it was a month, but they let me have it. And yesterday was my first day back, and it actually went pretty well. So I work from home, but John does watch the kids while I work, and he did very well. Once nighttime came, it became more of a struggle for him. I came into his room and he had all of his shoes on. He was dressed. He had his bow and arrow ready to go. Not even like his bow and his arrows. It was like the arrow was in the bow, ready for these people to come break down our door and kill us all. I was off work in about an hour at this point, so I just calmed him down the best I could. I gave him an anxiety medication and rubbed his hand and just said, it's okay. Try to remind yourself that it's not real. Just kind of give him those affirmations. After a while, it did help. He did calm down and did go to sleep. So our daughter stepped up, as she does, my little 7-year-old, and she helped with her little brother. She played with him for an hour while I was working, and she even got him to sleep, yo. So it was really great. And I went in John's room and grabbed the bow and arrow that were all ready to go on his bed, took them apart, put them away, got him into bed. It was fine. He woke up this morning in a great mood. I'm hoping today will be drama-free, chaos-free. We will see. So that's basically it. We're just trying to manage the hopefully tail end of this psychosis and go on with our daily lives and try to make it work for everybody. And so far we're doing an okay job, I think. But here are a couple little moments that I thought were worth a mention from this week.